This right here is a big deal. You can now ask an AI to help you fact-check an article or anything you read online. So let's try this out and see how it actually works. It looks like this. We have an article right here. It says Apple could soon launch a subscription service for its popular iMessage app. The whole article is talking about how Apple could potentially monetize its iMessage application. Now, this is actually not true. So we're going to use this feature right here. This brand new feature that I just discovered yesterday. Let's click on that. So what happens now is that you can select different models. You can select from 7 different models. So let's select GPT-4. So now you can type in whatever you want. So I can say, does this article contain fake news? And now you can see it right away tells me that no, this article does not contain fake news. But then it goes on to tell me why. It says, although the article discusses a potential move from Apple to charge users for iMessage, which would be a departure from the app's current model as a free service, there is no evidence to support the claim that Apple has already made this service paid in other countries. It is also worth noting that the source of the article is a reputable tech blog with a track record of accurate reporting. So based on the available evidence, I do not believe that this article contains fake news. Now that is incredible. Just think about that. So you can basically paste anything, any article, any text, and immediately know whether or not this is fake or real. And you can even take it one step further by asking additional questions to learn more about the context of the article. For example, you could ask who wrote this article or when was this article published. So you can see the publication date, and then you can go ahead and check out their sources. For example, here, let's say I ask who wrote this article, and it tells me that the author of the article is not mentioned. So it doesn't really have an author per se. It's probably just written by a team at Bloomberg. There you go. So that is definitely a huge improvement to Bing. And it's something that Google is likely to implement as well. Now, another thing that I found super useful is that you can actually request summaries of each section. So for example, if you just want to read the conclusion, you can say, give me a summary of the conclusion, and it will give you a summary of the conclusion. You can also get summaries of specific paragraphs. For example, here is paragraph no. 3. Let's get a summary of paragraph no. 3. And it gives us a summary. So you can literally have a conversation with ChatGPT. I'm gone. Now go ahead and click on the little chat icon right here. And I'm gone. Nah, say how reliable is the information in this article? How reliable is the information in this article? Let's see what it says. Okay, so overall the article seems to be reliable. It is published on a reputable tech blog that has a track record of accurate reporting. However, it is important to note that the information presented in the article is based on anonymous sources and speculation about Apple's future plans. So I would advise readers to take the information in the article with a grain of salt and not take it as fact until we actually see evidence of Apple planning to monetize iMessage. Okay, great. So pretty much the same response as the previous one, but now it's in a little chat format. Now I did find something that actually worked better. If we go up here and we actually put this into a Google Doc, so we'll just copy this and we'll go to Google Docs and just paste it in. What I've noticed is that the longer form responses work way better than the ones that are really short. So if you notice these really short answers, they don't really make sense. They don't really give you a lot of insight. But if you look at these longer answers, they actually make a lot of sense. They actually give you some sort of insight, and they actually help you understand the context a little bit better. So this one actually makes sense. It talks about the sources and everything. If we scroll down here, you can see that there's a bunch of references. References 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Now, unfortunately, you can't really click on these references. I wish you could click on these references and go directly to the website, but nonetheless, you do have references, so you do have sources that are being used to back up this claim. I think that is amazing. I mean, just think about this. Like, we have AI-powered fact-checking built directly into Bing. Like, this is huge. It's not perfect, but it's still super early days. Imagine if Google implements something similar to this. It would be game-changing. Because then you could just highlight anything, right? Just highlight it and ask Google, is this fake or real? And Google will instantly tell you. Now, it's also worth noting that this isn't really limited to just news articles. You can use this on anything. You can use it on social media posts. You can use it on forums. Anywhere where there's text, you can literally go ahead and ask ChatGPT to analyze that text. To tell you whether or not that text is fake or real, tell me the sentiment. Summarize this article. Tell me who the author is. When was this published? All of that stuff is built right into ChatGPT. And again, it's not perfect, but it is only getting better. And just imagine where this will be in 6 months, in a year from now. So let's say we have this right here. We're going to copy this. We regone nah. Go back to our Google Doc and we regone nah. Paste this in and we regone nah. Say, is this post fake or real? And let's see what it says. So it says, according to my analysis of the post, the sentiment is negative towards Apple. It appears that the author of the post does not like Apple as pricing decisions and is expressing their frustration through sarcasm. However, the post also contains some elements that could be considered fake or misleading, such as exaggerated claims about Apple's profits and the use of made-up names for Apple products. Additionally, the post is not supported by any external sources or evidence. So overall, I would rate the post as mostly fake. That is super detailed. That is super helpful, because sometimes things are not black or white. Sometimes things are 50-50. Sometimes you have to look at the context. You have to look at the sentiment behind the words. Is it sarcasm? Is it satire? And all of those things are taken into consideration. Now I want you to think about the implications of this technology. First of all, this is going to absolutely decimate ad revenue, especially for Facebook. Facebook is going to lose billions and billions of dollars because people are not going to believe ads. People are not going to trust ads anymore. Everything's going to have this little tag right here that says maybe not true. Every single social media platform is going to be affected by this. Every website, every newspaper is going to be affected by this. This is going to decimate the entire fake news industry. Think about all the websites that are dedicated to just writing fake news, making up stories. They're not going to be able to continue operating. In fact, they might even get sued for defamation. Because if it turns out that everything that they've written is fake, then people can sue them. People can actually hold them accountable. Journalists are finally going to be held accountable for spreading fake news. And I think that is amazing. Think about all the people who lost their jobs because of fake news. Think about all the people who were affected by fake news. Think about all the companies who were affected by fake news. Well, guess what? It is finally coming to an end. It's been an absolute plague on society. It's been destroying democracy around the world. But now it's finally coming to an end. ChatGPT is here to save the day. Fact-checking. Unbiased fact-checking built into every search engine, built into every browser. It's like this is a big deal. ChatGPT is everywhere. It's in your pocket. It's in your car. It's in your house. It's in your office. It's on your phone. It's on your laptop. ChatGPT is here to stay. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Also, make sure to check out my newsletter. I post there every single day, 2 to 3 articles that talk about artificial intelligence, the future of technology, the future of humanity. It is absolutely free. I will provide more information below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.